The tweens and teens. Okay, now that the recording has started. So there are two questions we are talking about today. Okay, we have one more teen tween. Are parents dumping their insights from experience on teens and tweens without a care for letting them have their own experience? Should teens and tweens be allowed to make mistakes, even if they are a full repeat of what the parents have already done? Parents जो गलती किए हैं, सबक सीखे हैं, if they want to repeat those mistakes, should we allow them? Now, please remember, this is not a political discussion. It doesn't matter कौन सा party जीतेगा win the elections this year. This is fundamental issues that any government has to deal with. So, we have from the camp of tweens and teens, we have Tej, Dwani, Advaya, Shadak, and Akansha. And from the camp of parents, we have Nalini, Preeti, Rekha, Shakila, Ruchika, Pranav, and Christelle. And सबसे बड़ा गुंडा मैं ही हूं. Finally, what I conclude is the truth. Anyway, jokes aside, who wants to make an opening statement? So I'm going to call somebody from the teens and tweens first. Who wants to make an
Me,
opening statement?
I'll go.
Okay.
Well,
Advaya wants to make an opening statement. You get 1 minute to make an opening statement.
Okay. Yes, I understand all the parents feel that they don't want to make that child go through all the problems they already face, and they want to get that solution back in solving it in their next life, so-called that child's. But as a child, I would say we want to start off from a fresh blank page instead of starting off from a template. So we actually prefer just facing through all the circumstances which is going to block us and face it by ourselves. That's what I would say.
Okay. So this is a good opening statement. We want to start from a blank slate instead of from a template. Let's have some more opinions from teens and tweens, please. Akansha, what is your opening statement? 1
just
minute.
1 minute. I just joined in, so I'm completely blank.
See, this is the problem with the teens and tweens in this generation. They join late and they don't know what is going on. There are two questions being discussed today. The nation wants to know, are parents dumping insights from experience on teens and tweens without a care for letting them have their own experience? That's question number one. Question number two, should the teens and tweens be allowed to make their own mistakes, even if those mistakes are a full repeat of whatever their parents did? So those are the two questions we are talking about. Ajay in his open statement said that as children, they want to start from a blank slate instead of from a template. Okay. It's very flattering that they think of parents as template, but that's nice. Anybody else wants to make an opening statement? So we have some teens and tweens coming from the campus also. Let's pass on the mic to Tej. Tej, here's your 1 minute. What's your opening statement?
For me, teens or tweens should be allowed to make their own choices, even if the parents say anything. It's their own life. They let them live it the way they want. If they make mistakes, they have to live with it. I mean, if the parent is somewhat involved in it, it's not like if the it's not like if something happens to the kid, it's mostly the parents' fear. It's the parents' fear that something has happened or this that. So children should be allowed to make their own decisions.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
one thing.
Okay, that's a strong argument there, Tej. Let's now call upon Dhwani. What's your opening statement?
Make mistakes and learn from them.
Make mistakes and learn from them. You mean to say that as teens and tweens, you should be allowed to make mistakes Even
Yeah.
if Papa and Mummy have done the exact same mistake.
No, make a new mistake.
No, make a new mistake. So you're okay if your parents want to dump their insights on you.
Not really.
Not really. Okay. So there is a contradiction here. You are saying that you want to make new mistakes. How will you know if a mistake is new or not if your parents are not telling you? Anyway, we will come back to the nodding head Nalini in just a bit, because she seems to agree with my point of view, and she is my new best friend in this debate tonight on national television. The nation wants to know, Hari, what is your opinion about parents dumping their insights on teens and tweens without a care for letting them have their own experience? What do you think? What's your opening statement?
Prashant uncle, once can you get back to your question once? I didn't listen it properly.
Oh my God. The question is right on the screen. Are parents
Yeah.
dumping their insights from experience on the teens and tweens? Are parents giving too much gyan? Should tweens be allowed to make their own mistakes, even if they are a
No.
repetition of
They
what
have
mistakes the
to
parent made?
they have
Yeah.
to learn from the mistake.
They have to learn from the mistake. So you are saying
Yeah.
it's okay for parents to give a lot of gyan to teens and tweens and tell them what choices to make and not make.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you? Okay, sorry. Let's now pass on the mic to one adult. We'll come back to teens and tweens. Nalini has been nodding her head for a long time. Your opening statement, Nalini.
Okay. Yeah. Can you translate this? Like in Kannada, there is this saying, "Hagalu kanda bavi."
No, wait. This is national television. How can
No,
you speak? Okay, sorry. Please.
yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, I'll translate my statement. I love this. Hagalu kanda bavili irulu biddhage. Andre, like
Let me
that.
translate what Nalini said. She said
Yeah.
that teens and tweens are total duffers. Sorry, please go on.
No. So as parents, we know where this danger is, where what everything. See, we have in white daylight, we have seen all this. And so when our children go there and want to fall in that well, okay, this is just the metaphor. Then we cannot see there and just look as just onlookers. We have to go rush and want to protect them. So in those situations, I want to, interfere with whatever they call it as mistakes or blunders, whatever. So that is my opening statement.
So Nalini says that she has fallen into enough number of wells, so she does not want the next generation to fall into the same well. What Dhwani was saying is she wants to discover new wells to fall into, but Hari wants to know the address of each of the wells that we have already fallen into. Those are good opening statements out here. Let's now, Advaya, we'll come back to you. I know that you have a lot of interesting points to make. Let's take the mic now to Srijani. What is your opening statement?
Yeah, give some gyan, but only limited gyan, and don't expect us to put that gyan in action.
Okay. So what Srijani is saying, I'll translate it for you, is let us know where the well is so we can fall into it. That's great. Thank you very much, Srijani, for your perspective. Anyway, listen, this is a discussion, debate, and this is how I'm going to moderate it. Okay. So don't take offense to it. I'll probably offend a lot of people today. Anyway, so who is remaining? Yogi, what is your opening statement?
Prashant, before that, can I just request you to stop sharing the screen so that we see everybody nicely?
Okay. Okay. Yogi, can you turn on your video? Yes.
Just now I joined, so
Okay, you can come back and join in just a bit. So campus gang over there, Shriya, Aparna, Aarosh, and Ishan. Anybody there wants to make an opening statement? Or do you all want to make it together in chorus?
Well, I have similar thoughts of Srijani. Like, just let us know if there is a well, and we'll decide if we want to go into it or not.
Okay, so we are
And
very...
also don't expect us. And also don't expect us to always, take the gyan. We will decide whether we need to first of all listen to it. If we want, we will only come and ask you for gyans.
Very nice. I was always very sure that Shriya and Srijani were siblings, but it looks like Aparna is now in the gang as well. because they all have the same thoughts. Think together, think together. Let us now ask Ruchika, what is your opening statement about this? Please start your video. Ruchika identifies herself as a teen and tween, depending on which session she is a part of.
Actually, my mom's driving.
Okay, okay. Okay, so you're driving near the mountains, as I can see in your backdrop. Sorry. Rekha, what's your...
I'm not. My mom's driving. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, yeah.
driving.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
Ruchika,
you
drive
mean
safe.
here?
We will come back to you. Rekha, what's your opening statement?
At this point, I don't have an opening statement. This is a very live discussion at home going on. So I'm just here to listen to everyone.
Okay, okay. Christelle, do you have something to add?
I have fallen into many wells.
Okay.
And I have climbed out of them or been pulled out of them. And I agree with the teenagers that maybe we should let them know about those wells, but then it is up to them to decide what to do with them. If they
Okay.
want to take a plunge or if they want to wait on the edge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, increasingly, this is becoming a very abstract discussion. Let's actually talk about some concrete wells. Somebody wants to share an actual example of your parents giving you gyan when you did not want, and you discarded their gyan, went ahead and did something yourself anyway. Do you want to give some actual example, concrete example?
I'll
Yes.
give an example for when the gyan was helpful. So recently this happened.
Okay, hold on. Was that gyan from me or from your mother?
From you.
Okay, good. So, sab log sun lo, please listen very, very carefully. This is what good parents are made of. Go on.
No, actually from mama. Okay, anyways, continuing. So, usually my parents tell me to not eat junk food, but I ate junk food and had to get got a stomach upset and lost few opportunities. So, those are one of the wells that I was already well informed about before, but I fell into them. But now because I fell into them, I will have enough information about how to get out from it or not even go to it. So that's actually helpful if I actually fall into them.
Okay. So can I say that what you are saying is it's okay to fall into the well again if it means you're going to get an actual real life experience out of it, even if it's the same experience as your parents. Okay. That's one strong point that you're making there. Somebody else raised their hand while Advai raised their hand for this. I think it was Akansha. What
I
happened?
don't usually get any gyans from my parents, but I do get little gyans from my grandparents and stuff like that. The older people around me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay because it's kind of maybe because of the age also, it's maybe something they want to like correct it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you recount a recent recent incidents where you got some advice?
Yes, I always get many of them, but recent one. No. Yeah, I had got one lecture from my dad about dogs.
Mm-hmm.
He says that I should not be near stray dogs that much. Like it's very dangerous. In Kerala, there's many cases on that. So after that, he's gotten really scared and he gets frightened. My whole family is kind of scared of dogs. Only I am the dog lover. So
What advice did your dad give you?
he told to stay away from dogs as much as possible, like
Mhm.
from the stray dogs, but he's okay with these pet and vaccinated dogs. So yeah,
Okay. And what did you do? Did you take the advice, not take it?
I did not take it.
Oh, so you got a dog in your bedroom now?
No, they don't allow me to. That's why I
No.
can't.
Okay. So you have them in the cupboard.
No, I don't have a dog itself at my home.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay. So let's get some adult opinion here. So, Yogi, do you want to have some?
There is raised hand, Mr.
Huh?
Dupa.
Where is the raised hand? Pranav? Acha.
No, no, before that, the campus.
I'd ask for it.
Anil, Preeti. No, no, no. Hold on, 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 hold on. This is my show. This is my show. I am the only one who will see the raised hands. Never, ever, 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 ever.
Where is the hand? I cannot see it. I want to raise hand. Where is
Okay.
it? I cannot
Sakila, go ahead. What's your point? I mean, we can see Sakila sealing very nicely and now face in an angle. Okay, Sakila, what's your Gyan? What's your take?
See, I just want to bring out a the situation which had happened recently. So a lot of times we advise not to run in wet floor, especially in swimming pools. So that has been ignored, and the child basically ran in the wet floor in swimming pool, and he slipped, and he got himself hurt in his back. Though it was not very bad, but still, these kind of wells, wherever we fell, if those can be taken seriously, then it's good for the safety. So safety concerns, safety wells.
So
What do
you're
you
saying
think?
at least in those areas where
Yes.
advice involves physical safety,
Yes,
they should take it without
Yes.
questioning.
What if we don't want to take
No, no,
it?
no, 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 no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Without questioning, Sakila. Now you're
Did you
on.
ask me a question?
Yes, yes. So you're saying in cases where it involves personal safety, you're saying the tweens and teens should take the advice without questioning.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Maybe
All
a
right.
discussion is fine. Maybe a discussion is fine talking about that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, at least it should be taken seriously and discussed, or taken care or followed.
Okay. Great. So there's a lot of emotionally charged reactions that are going to come out now. I see two raised hands, one in campus, the other one in Advaya's room. Advaya will come back to you. I'll go to campus first. In the campus, your reaction to what Sakila said.
Not what Sakila said. Before that, I want to put my point forward. Well slash
This is turning out to be an actual Republic TV debate. They also have the same problem. When a point
was
is being
about
made, the network goes off.
fitness.
Arush, you need to repeat the whole sentence once again because we are not able to hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear us now?
Is it better?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, we're going to keep the video off bit because you will not be able to hear us. So
Sure.
my point is, I fell into a well. So like little before only this session. Yeah. So basically, I was not doing my fitness properly, and then that is why I got a warning from my mother that I am not doing fitness properly, and thus I fell into the ditch of not doing the fitness properly. And then after that, I got cold, and I kind of had to recover. And I kind of missed one chance of going to my store and stuff like that. So after that, I kind of realized how much I need fitness for, and then I started doing more fitness, more and more and more, and now it has kind of become part of my life. And yeah, done. My statement
Okay,
over.
my statement for Sakila is so it's okay and it's fine. You're concerned about the safety, but you can just give an information types, or not giving a big lecture, just saying that be careful. That much is enough, because we are aware that we will fall on a wet floor, or we have that basic idea of what will happen if we go there. And one example is I want to give us. So I was playing it's similar to Sakilas. I was playing in the water, and my father was giving me some yarn, like go slow and all those. And somewhere when he was saying all those, I was playing freely. I didn't fall anytime. But when he was saying all this, his kind of fear got into me, which made me to fall. So sometimes all of those insights get into us, which affects us. So we don't need it all the time. We can experience, and even if we fall down, it's fine with us.
Are you saying that when
Bro, that's long.
go on? Okay. All right. So let's hear two more opinions. One from Nalini, one from Advaya. We'll start with Nalini first. She hasn't spoken in a while. Advaya, just a second. I'm going to get a lecture from Advaya later today. Nalini.
Yeah, I want to share one recent, like it's not recent, an incident with, I guess, Agastya. He was still younger. He wanted to taste the green chili. So I said, it's very hot, it will hurt. But he was not listening to me. I then said, I gave him that to eat. It is really, really hot. Small green chilies. So he ate it and he started crying and all tears came and he understood. Till now, after 1 year, he doesn't eat any tikka, any hot food. So I want to experiment because just merely saying they don't listen, then I ask them to do whatever they let them fall. And I am there to wipe their tears and, soothe them. So that is my funda. Let them do, let them fall into the wells.
Okay, good. Before I go to Advaya, we have 2 points here. Sakila said that if it is a life-threatening situation, then it warrants a mandatory advice and they should follow it with little to no questions. But if it is about getting your mouth hot and then crying tears because of the spice, you should let them taste the chili. That's Nalini's opinion. Advaya, what is your response to Sakila and Nalini?
Okay, first I'll start off with Sakila. So when I'm telling that so-called rules that we don't like to follow, I'm not telling all rules. So I'm telling few rules are mandatory, we'll follow. Like in the government, whatever it is, there are few rules. If you want something, you have to buy it, you have to pay money. So some of the ground rules we will follow, like health and safety, safety, not health. So safety of like injuries or accidents or something, all of those we'll take care. And you don't, if you warn us, we'll listen to it. But now we are talking about other rules. So if you are getting concerned about that, then I don't know. That's confusing. Anyways, so
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's take teens and tweens. Give us one example of a non-critical life situation that you get advice for, but you don't want any advice. Preeti, I'm going to come back to you.
Can you
Right?
repeat the question?
So give us an example of a non-life critical situation that your parents give you a lot of advice, a lot of funda about, but you don't want to hear anything from them about that. Non-critical. So this is not about personal safety. This is not about security. This is not about health, right? This is about a non-critical life situation that they give you a lot of gyan and fundas about, and you would much rather make mistakes yourself. Okay, Advaya, go ahead.
Okay, this has not happened to me, but I have heard a lot of my friends in the old house I was there. They always stop people from going to play in roads, even though no cars are passing by, and they stop us for playing like waveboard or anything just because we are going a little faster than walking speed. So all of those stuff, since we have practiced and we know what we are doing and we have seen, I would say those are few of the useless regulations that are there. Like we can take care of ourselves. We won't just like purposefully trip over when we are riding a waveboard. We are always like putting all our focus there. That's how we waveboard. So that's just one analogy that I'm doing.
Okay, good. I'm missing Misty for this. She would have talked about how safe it is to go upside down on a rope. Ooh. Srijani.
Yeah, so recently we also had a conversation about a book that I was reading. It was like a self-development book by Jiddu Krishnamurti. So I was reading that book, and my father wanted to add on a lot more. The book itself had a lot of stuff that I had to think and process, and my father was like, I'll also add more, kind of a thing. So I was like, no.
I actually am with your dad for this. If you're reading a book on philosophy, you should allow us to give you Gyan because nobody takes our Gyan anyway. Sorry. Shreya and the campus kids, what do you want to say?
Okay, so for me, it's like not a big thing, but still, my parents keep on giving me advice about hygiene and health and food and everything,
Hold on,
which
hold on, hold
made
on,
me
hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yogi, what happened? She disappeared. Ayyo, I wanted that facial reaction. Okay, go on, Aparna. Sorry.
Yeah, I also want to see. Okay, never mind. And they know very well that I know all of these, and they have told me 10,000 times already, but still they want to repeat me the same thing, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. And
Give
it's
us one example.
waste of time to listen to it.
All parents pay attention to what she is saying. All parents.
Yeah, so
What irritating thing is when you repeat the same thing 10,000 times, which you know very well that we already know.
okay,
Okay, so
so
just
for
one
me,
actual
I
example.
have
Hold on. Aparna, one actual example.
Okay, very simple. Yesterday I was speaking to my dad yesterday night, and he knew that I take care of my hygiene and everything, but he asked me, "Did you brush your teeth? Did you keep oil to your hair?" All these questions because he knows that I have done it, but still he asks. So
Okay, at this
Yeah,
and
point,
he
I
was
want to bring
giving
a
me
parent
lecture
here.
after asking that we should do this.
Very nice. I want to bring a parent here after, at this point. Parents, why do you do this mundane advising? Right? Why do you do this kind of advising? What is your explanation? What is your defense for it? Why would you give an advice for comb your hair, brush your teeth to a teenager? Why would you do that?
There's
Anybody
twins
can take
also
up?
here,
Pranav.
so.
Yeah, tweens and teens. Pranav, why would you as a parent want to give common sense advice? When we were young, there used to be there was a term for this. It was called as the gas statement. A gas statement is a statement that is ridiculously obvious, but you tell it like it's a deep, profound insight. You know what's a gas statement? A gas statement as a politician would be, we need to uplift people out of poverty. That's a gas statement. Anybody with no common sense already knows it. So the teens and tweens are clearly sick and tired of parents making gas statements. Pranav, why do you do gas? Why do you give gas statements to Mishti in addition to letting out gas? Sorry.
Is my mic unmuted or can I speak?
Yes, sir, you can speak.
Okay. So my raising hand was not for these gas statements. So typically, I will give you an example. The example I would have want to share was like Misty used to watch films and everything. So I told her, okay, at least watch something which is IMDb 7+. So by doing that, this is based on my experience and my reading and everything. So by doing that, I help Misty to save her time and at least watch good stuff, because there is abundant good stuff in say universe to watch and see. So instead of wasting your time watching something nonsense and which is rated very poorly, you rather spend your time on something good. So it is not about not watching anything, it's about what you watch. Of course the decision lies with her, but then that was the advice given, and she later also realized, yeah, it works in a way. So I'm not saying all IMDb 7 movies are good or all less than them are bad or something like that, but that's the generic notion. So that was my advice. So the idea for the parent is, you don't waste time in going to the same grill or drill rather, and use your time more efficiently. That's the only thing. But of course, I appreciate they wanting to have their own experience.
When it comes to films, how can I keep quiet? So Advai made me watch the Spider-Man series, the new ones, right? He made me watch the first part of the Spider-Man series. When I had seen the trailer, I thought, yeah, फिर से one more animation cartoon film. but it was probably the most intellectually demanding film that I've watched in the recent times. So sometimes it may be a good idea to watch films that the kids want to watch. Sorry, the teens and tweens want to watch. Okay, good. So, Preeti, from a long time you have raised your hands. I will now let you speak. 30 seconds, go.
Thank you. So I think we are very much in sync. My husband said something which I wanted to say since so long. So the thing is, what I feel is when we have invented the wheel, then why do you want to reinvent it and why do you want to waste your time on it? That's the idea where we come in and we share some of our experiences and say, "Ki, do this or don't do this because you'll waste time on it." So there, that's the only thing. The idea
Okay.
is only that.
Okay, so if this was an actual TV show, on the bottom ticker, you would notice that there was a quote from Preeti. I invented the wheel. Shadak, what do you have to say about that? Shadak is still kissing the medal. Sorry, the trophy. Okay, Darsh, do you have anything to add? Darsh is having an experience that मैं ऊपर से कुछ बोल रहा हूँ. He's
Okay,
looking
just
up.
one point I want to ask. Can I,
हाँ,
Prashant?
who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Aarosh.
Arush, go on. Because, acha, does anybody notice this? The video tiles keep shuffling all the time, right? Arush, go ahead.
Right. So I just wanted to ask Pranav a following up question.
Mhm.
How do you determine bad and good?
Pranav, what's bad and good? Advai also wants to know. What do you mean by bad and good?
What is bad and good?
Yeah, so I want you to answer on two things. The first thing is, how do you determine what is good, what is bad, and what is your reaction to Preeti's quote about I invented the wheel? Go on.
Okay, so my idea is what at the universal level people have watched and they are rating the movie in a certain fashion, which is like universal. So that's generally more acceptable, and you are watching some good stuff. So I'm not saying you cannot watch something which is one or two. That is your choice, but typically it's found and it's been noted that those films are not good. They are actually really waste of time. So that is the it's not about good or bad. It's about how you spend your time on something quality. So that was one, and I think many a times it's not always about getting the experience by yourself. Tomorrow, if you want to eat something, we many a times ask our friends also, is this restaurant good, or can I go and watch this film, or is it good to travel here? How do we do? How do we travel? What is the convenient mode? So it is not always about self experience. One can also learn from others' experience. So that should also be kept in mind, rather than just rejecting the thought of not taking any advice or other any help, or getting experience, knowing from others experience. One should be open. That's what I feel.
Okay, I'm going to come back to Akansha and Srijani. Yogi, Aparna just made an accusation. She tells, and I quote, my parents give me a lot of gas statements. The meaning of a gas statement is a statement that is stating the obvious. She says that you give a lot of obvious gyan that she already knows. Why do you do it?
Yeah, I don't do it. Maybe her father. Yeah. Am I right, Aparna? But one thing I want to add here is, see, when I proposed her of open learning, she said, I'm not interested. But but somehow she listened and she came to Aarohi along with us. So she tasted and she liked it very much. What I would suggest is, instead of blindly saying no, it's okay to taste and then say no.
I totally side with Yogi in
But
this.
my point was not that. My point was that few things are
किधर से
there which
चिल्ला
you
रही है?
keep repeating. Like, could you hear?
किधर से बोल रही हो? अच्छा,
Leela
from
Dar-
Leela and Darsh. अच्छा, okay. Tell me.
Leela, that's
Yeah.
sometimes they keep repeating the same stuff which they know very well that I know.
Mm. So, Yogi, she's not talking about the profound advice like open learning, schooling, education. She's talking about brush your teeth, comb your hair, the kind of advice.
I don't do it.
Hmm. Okay. So, in the absence of Gopal, we have to simply trust that maybe he does it. Srijani, what's your response?
Okay, response of what?
Yeah, you were keeping your hands raised for a long time. Maybe you wanted to respond to what Preeti said, that she invented the wheel, or something that Pranav said, or something that Yogi said.
Yes. Preeti said
Uh-huh.
that invented the wheel. So maybe it's mostly like the expectation of me and expectation of my parent. Like you see in one perspective that maybe this could happen, but I can see in another perspective of that could happen. So we don't know what will happen at the end of the day. We just have to do it so that we know which is the reality. It's parents' perspective, my perspective, or something else.
Okay. Crystal, did you want to say something? Yeah. Your hands raised.
It
She's
was,
eating
but now I'm
something.
eating.
Okay.
Okay. My point was about the brushing teeth, because Ishan made a comment on that. If it was purely on a question of breath, I would say doesn't matter, because at some point on his own, I think he'll get comments from other people. At some point growing up as a teenager, he'll realize that it's nicer to talk to somebody who will appreciate a fresh breath. However, dental bills are really expensive. I'm basically from Switzerland, and dental bills are like, so for me, it's a question of, okay, you want to spoil your teeth, you do it after 18. Until you're 18, we're paying for it. So brush your teeth.
Okay. So, parents, this is the new thing. Preeti invented the wheel. Crystal is now saying, since you are paying for it, you have to listen to us. Okay, Advaya, what is your...
Nani wants to say.
Yeah, go on. Nani,
Nani
बोलिए.
wants to say.
Yes, please.
बच्चों को खुश रहने दो, बच्चों को क्या करना है पहले वो समझो। बच्चा क्या चाहते हैं, मतलब उनको क्या करना है, उनको क्या बनना है, मतलब उसके बाद फिर आगे
Super
Okay,
Nani.
tweens and teens, live demonstration of how our childhood was. Sorry, Advaya, did you want to say something?
Please translate.
Sorry, Ani is still saying something.
ऐसे करोगे तो ऐसी जिंदगी बनेगी, ऐसे वो सब समझाओ।
So anyone needs translation, Preeti will share.
Translation.
Yes,
Before the
I need
translation,
translation.
I just want to make a few statements. First, to Crystal Auntie. So, yes, as you told, we can pay for our own dentist, because we are going to soon, as I've seen everyone in Aarohi right now, who are mostly in CoVersity, and all are trying their ways to go and somehow earn in some way. They're all aiming to that, to start it sooner. So I am saying we are going to earn, and we can face the circumstances much near, and not insulting the way you talk, but in the way you talk, it felt as if like right now you're like bought the kids, and you're going to use that as a tool till 18 and leave it in the garage. So not insulting you, definitely not insulting you. If I was rude, please forgive me.
मेरा बेटा कितना प्यार.
Oh, no insult taken. I hear you.
Okay, Akanksha, go ahead. Your hands raised all the time.
Yeah, so I think I wanted to talk over the point what Pranav said about the movies, but I don't think there's anything good and bad in movies. It's just that if like let's say okay, I'm not insulting Nani, no offense Nani. Grandmothers, most of the grandmothers watch serial, right? Huh? You've seen most of them. That is, you have seen a lot, there's a lot of bad thing in that. I can also accuse that, right? But it's an entertainment for the older people, like that. What we watch is an entertainment for ourselves. Like that's what we like. And I don't think judging what we watch and it's not just right to choose what we watch. Like it's okay to give an advice, but just control over what we watch is not the right thing. So
Mm,
I think we need to, yeah, there are some certain things that we need to be careful of. That I totally, completely agree. But we can take as teens and tweens, we can take the responsibility and choose of what to watch, and we know we have the understanding that we have we need to watch like these stuff and like that.
good. Advay and Akanksha are making a very important point. What they are not in favor of is control. What they are okay about is discussion. Feel free to share what you think is important, what you think is good, what you think is bad, but don't control what we do with that information, right? Is that yes, Advaya?
Okay, yeah. So I totally agree with this, but I also sometimes agree on the opposite side, because sometimes movie suggestions from others is also good. So for in fact, lately, my dad recommended Tenet. I watched it. I really liked it. I wanted to watch the same movie again, and my dad told, "No, I'm bored of it. Let's watch something else." So then we browsed to Netflix and landed on a film called as The Man from Toronto. So I was seriously not interested in it, but my dad insisted, and both of us rolled on the floor around 99% of the time in the movie, and we enjoyed it. So I would say some movie suggestions we can take, but it doesn't mean that we are going to take all the movie suggestions.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, to summarize what Advaya says, Prashant is right 99%. Sorry. Okay. Anybody else? You have. Now, let's talk about those aspects of life that are outside of movies. See, we have talked about movies, we have talked about gas statements. Let's talk about the compelling areas of life, career choices, boyfriend, girlfriend choices. Do you think you should be given advice in those areas, or do you think you should be allowed to make your own mistakes? Because in any case, from centuries, log shadi kar rahe, to matlab, this mistake is never going to stop. So, any advice that you want to get? Oh, cha, oh, all okay. Akanksha, go ahead. What kind of advice you would be okay to get from your parents regarding crucial life matters, career, relationships, friends?
I'm okay with them saying just to be safe, and I'm okay with them suggesting on what careers to choose on, like because I'm completely blank about it or whatever. And they can recommend some colleges or universities and etc. etc. But I am not okay with people and my parents, whoever, on just choosing over what my relationship should be with a person or when I should get married. Like it's basically like in the olden times, like suppose I am the, like, let's say my grandma or grandfather or grandpa, they used to have these mentality that this girl or boy should be getting married by 25 age, or they'll be like, oh, she didn't get married, he didn't get married. Like there are many thoughts, so I don't think that's right. Every human should have the choice of getting married, choosing our what college or job we want to go to. It's not up to others, but it's up to myself.
Mm, okay. I'll come to you, Advaya, but Nalini's hand is also raised. Crucial life matters. What kind of advice do you want to give, even though the teens and tweens may not want to hear it?
In this career or relationships, love and all that, I will not interfere. It's their life. Let them grow, let them experiment, let them fail. So they will learn more lessons if they like experiment and all that, I will not interfere. If only they come and ask, then I'll give, because everyone's life is different, everyone's journey is different, and everything is different. Like I have different lens, and they will be like, there is this different times, right? So 20 years back or 15 years back and now. So I will not interfere. I'll decide for themselves. That is my funda. Yeah.
Okay. Sakila, hang on, Matvay. We'll come back to you. Sakila.
Yeah, so I have a point to make. Like, so why don't you guys make a list of what all you want to hear about, and in those areas, what whether it is comments, whether it is suggestions, or discussions, how you want to hear from your parents or grandparents. So say for example, career or life partner or safety, how you want to hear from each of these categories. From, I mean, you can basically categorize, it's actually a personal choice. So that might help and make it clarify it with your parents or grandparents. That way, they are also clear where to pitch in, where not to.
Okay. In addition to all the planning and documentation that the Aarohi kids are tortured and bombarded with, Sakila now also wants them to make a detailed list of things where we can and cannot advise. And even if we do advise, the format in which the advice should come, maybe the picture should come first and after that the video and the text. Great advice, Sakila. Thank you. I am loving it. Srijani.
Sriya.
Yeah, Sriya.
So
Because
like
it said
I have
Srijani and
no.
Shriya. I thought you got.
Yeah, anyway, it's the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have any opinion as such on advice, but I think I would definitely want to hear stories or hear from their experiences. It won't be as a advice, but just as a story of what they've known or what they've experienced or what they see in other experience. I would definitely want to know those parts. And I want my parents to be like an informed person, like whatever happening, I would definitely want to inform. And obviously, but that shouldn't affect anything, any decision that I am taking. It's just like an informer that I have, like if things goes sideways, that someone I can come back to or relay on things. Yeah.
Excellent point you make there, Shriya. She is asking for parents to share their story and not the moral of the story, which is a fantastic, fantastic advice for parents. Preeti.
So in my, what I would like in agreement with what Nalini said, exactly same on in line with that. But in addition to that, what even I would like to do is when the children are on their own and they are like fully into like whatever they are doing, whether it is relationships or whether it is career choices or whichever choice it is. But I would also want them to I would like to research on more options in whichever field or whichever area my child or any child is working on. I would also want to research deeper and more into that area and would like to throw more options and more ideas to them. Whether they take it or not take it, it is their choice. But yes, I would like to add value to their choices.
Okay, good. Advaya, what did you want to say?
Okay, so career choices, I would say, let us to decide the career choices we want to do, because first thing is the career choices from, let's say, from 2020 itself has probably increased by 1 million career choices from 2020 to now. So first there are new choices, and it depends on our interest, because we are we are unschoolers, and we took the path as following our interest in doing. So I know few people are actually very successful in that path. Like Yashas, he had a dream of becoming a footballer. Now he is a footballer. So even though I don't like football, I appreciate it. So I would say career path you can do. In relationship, in friends, I would say you can probably suggest if there are some bad friends or like some friends who has a darker side in the place I'm not seen. But in the other side of the real relationship, I'm not gone in there. So it's your choice.
Okay. That's great.
Advaya, can I ask Advaya something?
How?
Advaya, can you for me explain what is bad friends to Arush?
Sorry?
Can you explain Arush what is bad and good things in friends? Because he was asking something about bad and good about films.
Oh, okay. I can
Okay, so just
Yeah,
poking
yeah, he
things.
was pulling your neck. Okay, okay. Again, Srijani and Shreya have both raised their hands. Who wants to speak?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
So whenever the parents, like one place when parents can give advice is when we we've messed thing, where we messed with something and we are at a point where we don't know what to do. That's your time. Use your time wisely and give all the advices, every advice that you want to give in this whole world related to what we are asking. Not about the whole world literally, but related to what where we are stuck or something that we're wrong.
Hmm. You're saying that you're okay if your parents advise you in the area where you have messed up at the point where you have messed up. Wow. Okay. I
So we
had
can add that to
asked from my
Sakina's
parents.
list.
With my parents, it was when I have messed up, don't say anything. Allow me to get past the messed upness and then give me your gyan. Yes, Hari, go ahead.
How do you know the parents?
Now
Vajra
the
Prasad
parent
here.
is speaking. हाँ सर थोड़ा जोर
How
से
do
बोलो
how do your parent knows they
that
are
you have
in
messed up.
the
Oh, like whenever I mess something up, the first thing I would think of is to go to my parents and like, this is what happened. I don't know what to do. That's what I do generally. Or obviously not on small things, but things that matter to me. Obviously,
So
see our
basically, you're
faces. Yeah.
saying whenever you guys come to us to talk, then we talk. Otherwise, don't poke your nose into our lives. That's
No,
what you're saying.
not in everything. No, like as she said, sometimes you can literally see it in your child. Like your child is not good. She's obviously off. He or she is obviously off. You can just at least try to make a conversation. If that conversation would go or not, that's depends.
And also, we are not saying every time we want to listen to your, advice or whatever. Like at times it's fine, but not for all simple, small things.
Hmm. Okay.
So we
This is
don't
getting
have
a little
faltu time to
complicated.
follow you guys. That when are you feeling messed up? When are you feeling good? Like that, we are not going to follow. Like we also have life, you know. So better you make a list. Sakila has a good advice actually.
Yeah, yeah. No,
No,
when we were young,
no.
our,
Okay, for
our
me,
parents,
Regularly.
this is my show. When we were young, our parents found it very easy to figure out when we were messed up. When they found out we were messed up, जब अपने report card आती थी घर में. So there it was very clear. What is the degree of messed up? Anything else in life you are messed up, they were never aware of it and they didn't care about it, right? So, but now, since everybody is an open learner, at least Shriya and Srijani want to go and talk and share and all of it. Maybe that's a girl thing. Boys, maybe we don't share much. So I don't know whether parents come to know what's going on, messed up in their life. Hari, what did you want to add?
Yeah, yeah, you were telling this similar story in your younger days. Parents used to figure out what mess you used to do. Even my father used to tell always this. Like whenever I had a friend who always used to get scoldings in our workshop, and I went and I asked him one question, that if something issue is there, just come and speak it out. Your friend is there to solve this. Within the day, I'll show him what is hurry. If some issue you are facing, just please and spit it out that I am lacking here. Please help me with this. I said I'm free everywhere. Please tell me what's happening between you. Why are you not able to open your mouth?
Mm.
Like one day when like in my workshop when I was getting scoldings, I immediately told to my father that Papa, somebody scolding me like this. My dad told me one thing, like when I was into the farmer line, even I also faced this issue many a times. But it's okay. This is life. It should go on like that. Even today also he tells me this only.
Okay, so we have Advaya back in the studio only. Since I was not giving him any chance. Huh? Did you have something to say? Because I want to call Ishan and Shadak. They haven't said anything.
No,
Tej made one opening statement, and after that, he's like, no problem. Advice dena hai to de, nahi dena hai to not de. Yes, Tej, go on.
Okay, one thing I want to add about the movie thing is that or have you, yeah, you know, I'll share. I'm just going to share a story, not in this family, my mother's brother's side. My uncle, my uncles are very strict about their daughters, incredibly strict. They're not supposed to apparently watch movies that are even 12 plus. Only 12 plus they're supposed to watch. I I saw that for the first time, and then I got like, what? How many like really like good movies were there like that were like under 12 plus, and as the list goes on for them. You're not supposed to eat ice cream in winter time. This side of the family has even eaten ice cream when you're sick. The list goes even on and on.
Okay. So while the teens and tweens are still preparing the list of various topics on which they want advice, Tej here says that we already have a huge list of things that we are giving advice on freely without asking. At this point, we will call it closed because ये debate चलती रहेगी and we are at the end of Parent Circle today. Okay, fantastic points, everybody. Anybody wants to make a closing statement, please make that and we will say good night. For the day.
Advay wanted to say something.
Yes.
To add on to Tej, I would also agree on that because I've kept on seeing 7+ movies for a long time. I saw everything and just had not seen Peppa Pig. So I would actually tell it would be nice if even though we are like 11 or 12 or probably even 10, you can allow us to watch 13+ movies because they're rated 13+, because some background guy in 1 second of the movie they'll tell what the hell, and they're gonna put it as swearing not required for children and all. So I would say it's okay to allow. Yeah, that's it.
So first thing, allow word doesn't come in our dictionary. It means in our open learner, parents and bacha dictionary, like all under 18, over 18. Allow word is not there in our dictionary. So why are you using that word?
No, because as a daily basis, there is block included. Why can't there be allowing?
Okay. Chup raho yaar, please. Pranav, closing statement.
No, but one thing I need to admit here as a parent or as an adult, the debate that we are having is always about adult giving advice to child. So I don't think child ever gives any advice to parent. So they just live their life and they let us live our life. It is only we who always go and interfere into their area and keep sharing our experiences, giving advice, giving our gyan. So I think the counter debate will never happen. So that's the real truth. So I think we learn something from
Yeah, I
children too.
differ here. I'm sorry, I differ here because I have seen Aparna giving yarn at times and it is very valid. It makes me think the other way, and during that time I feel like I can't say no at any point for her gyan. Yeah.
I too get it, so don't worry.
That's done. Yeah, that's conversation.
No, Aparna is Gyan fellow.
Okay, on that note, let's say good night. This was a good debate. We will meet next week. Bye bye.
Very, very, very
Very
well
well,
moderated.
Thank you,
well
thank you, thank you,
moderated.
thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you,
Good
thank you.
Thank
night.
you.
Bye. Good
Very
night.
terrible.
Bye.
Very
It
terrible.
was fun. Yeah, yeah.
Bye. Bye bye. Thank you, guys.